Hello friends. So today in this short video we are going to talk about China stimulus package which has been going big bang, and no actually no from last 1 week every day they are doing something and other to bring their economy up. And if you talk about this weekend also, a lot of stimulus package was announced, and they are actually doing everything. They are not keeping any cards unturned to in order to bring up the economy. And today we are going to talk about this package, which is going in trillions of dollars, how it is going to impact Indian stock market, because many of our members are asking about that. So I made this short video to in order to make you understand what will be the impact. So now, because this stimulus package is there, you see today China market is almost up by 6 to 7% from last 1 week. It has been up the day the stimulus package is announced. Now if you talk about the impact, yes, there is an impact. Whether it will impact Indian market, yes, it may impact Indian market also. How, in what terms? Maybe FII. See, because the biggest question remains that if China is coming up now, see, China actually, FII are underweighted on China from, I think, maybe few last years. Okay, from the COVID started, that day onwards, China is in downturn. The reasons are obvious, because China did not allow foreign institution to invest in a bigger way. Of course, there were a lot many restrictions. More than that, the way they designed their policy, the way they were handling the companies inside the country was bothering FII. And if you see, during the COVID times and afterwards, lot of outflow happened, and one plus China theme started emerging, right? India was one of the biggest beneficiary. Of course, the zero COVID policy, when they applied in COVID time, no, it has literally backfired China. And no, because of that, no, that 1.5 years, no, that economy gone very bad, and after that they were not able to recover. Of course, they made a big investment in real estate. See, if you talk about China always believe in real estate rather than stock market. They always try to bring their real estate up. If you see over the years, their stock, real estate prices were going up. No, there are now lot many ghost cities are there in China, because they made all these projects, big projects, thinking that this will be well occupied and all that. But after the so that almost 1 decade before, I don't exactly remember, they had one this policy of one child policy. After that, no, the population started decreasing. Now India already surpassed China as most populous country in the world. Now, because the decreasing population plus economy going downturn, no, because of the COVID crisis afterwards, and you see that is having a direct impact there on their real estate. Now real estate was number one income creator for China over the years. Most of the GDP attributed due to rise in real estate. Now that is in downturn, and as a result, what happened? The whole economy started collapsing. Now China gone to a level which is one of the, I think, 4 and 4.5 something GDP growth rate, which is one of the lowest in few decades. Okay, now all these things, China has to do something. Now, China during the COVID crisis, US done that the liquidity easing, big stimulus package announced. At that time, China announced, but not so much. They were because they were not having the foreign reserves and all that. Now, in last 4 years, they started buying golds and all that. They have now enough reserves, and now they are doing stimulus package in a big way. Now, the way these guys are doing, it shows they are not going to stop now. And this is how a big economy react. No, China is number two economy in the world, $18 trillion economy. Okay, if you talk about USA, it is almost 26, 27 trillion. Now when such a big economy started stimulus package, it has an impact. It has an impact across the countries and over the world, because at the end their packages are very big. They have announced $5 trillion package for the real estate. They are decreasing their RRR rate. There it is RRR rate, basically 50 basis point. Again, no, they are doing. They told the banks to cut the rates immediately this week only. They are the Communist Party, so they order and banks have to follow. It's not like a democracy, like okay, हमें जब करना है तब करेंगे. So all this have an impact directly on the economy, and their economy will revive, no doubt about that. Okay, but the main thing is, when the economy start reviving, China economy, will FII will flow there. See, the main contention of one of a bull run of India is that Of course, DI is very strong, domestic institution flow and everything is very strong. But will the FI flow will also start flowing in India? That was one of the main contender. Now, if China is coming up, will the flow get diverted towards China? That is an important question to ask. Now, it's not that we are depending on FI. See, understand, today all time high whatever we have currently is due to DI money. If you see DII in last 3 years are net buyers of around 4 lakh crore rupees. And if you talk about overall FI, they are the net sellers over the last 3 years. Even this year's also there is a no sorry, I told about this 1 year. Okay, last 1 year DI is buyer of almost 3 lakh crore plus. Okay, and FI are net seller of 1 lakh crore. And in last 3 years also the same thing. I mean, the main point what I'm trying to convey is that FI still are net sellers. The main everyone was thinking now FI are going to come back and no, there'll be an additional flow along with DII so that it will push Indian market much more at a 27,000 level, 28,000 level. It may happen, but will it happen in the same quantum which we're assuming? That is the important question to ask, because FI is like no, they will go where they find bigger growth. And that's why it may happen that FI flow may divert toward China, because there are big stimulus packages going on and they want their stock market to go up. See, now this is the first time they've created a separate fund for stock market. Okay, almost 124 billion dollar rupees of fund they've created for stock market. They want stock market to go up, because primarily, if you remember, I told you they never focus on stock market. They always focus on real estate. They never focus on stock market. Now they are focusing on stock market. Now, is it something incentive they are giving? Of course, there are a lot many incentive they have been announcing for stock market, because they know now कि भाई अगर आगे बढ़ना है तो stock market also should go up. And now that is the reason. If you ask any FI, they may feel that okay, China may give a better return because they are already too low. They are already cheaply available compared to premium valuation of India. I am not saying that FI may not come in India. What I am trying to make you understand, that in the context of valuation part, China is available at a very, very deep discount. Now because it has gone up by 10%, little bit discount is erased, but still there are a lot of chances. And again, the economy is too big. We are 3.5 trillion dollar, they are 17-18 trillion dollars, so no comparison. Of they are almost 5 to 6 times more than us. So economy body, and that's why their companies are also large and all that. So these are the points one has to keep in mind. I'm not saying that tomorrow onwards market will fall, ऐसा कुछ होने नहीं वाला है. But over the time, maybe next 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, we may see an impact if this stimulus package and all that will continue. Of course, I don't know what is going to happen next, but yes, this is a start, it looks like, because the package is what they are announcing. They are not stopping here. They are continuously announcing every weekend kuch na kuch kar rahe wo log. And this time it looks like they are quite serious about no bringing the economy up. And this is the point you always have to keep in mind. Now, what will happen in India? At least metal rally will happen. Metal, you see, most of the metal index has gone up. Stocks has gone up. Even metal index has gone up by almost 10 to 15% in last 1 week only. All of your Tata Steel, Nalco, Vedanta, no, all these NHPC and all that. So many stocks are there which may go up again. It's a metal rally. Why metal rally? Because 60 to 70% consumption, whatever happened in world level at metal side, is happening in China only. Okay. Now, why it has happened? Because over the last 2-3 decades, China has done lot of development, and more the development was there on the infrastructure part. Why? As I told you, that Ghost City and all that, they made their infrastructure aflatun, no, fabulous. And because of that, no, there always a metal demand no, in China. And that was only, see, if you see for metal, it's single point you have to keep in mind. If China is going up, buy metal. If China is going down, it will impact metal. Okay, and that is, I know, all these metal stocks may rally for some time, because China's stimulus package may bring even their infrastructure up also. Of course, stock market point of view also, no, a lot many incentive they have announced. So you have to keep this in mind when we are talking of China, guys. China is a big daddy. Okay, second big daddy after USA, and you cannot ignore China. Even the world economy should work only when the China start performing, because China agar wo slow ho jata hai na, then it is a part, it have a big part of the world GDP ratio. Okay, now talking about that, will it be benefiting by liquidity flow with China announce it may flow to the other countries? Yeah, it may, but China is very, very, what you say, conservative. Like when their real estate was not working, no, many investors were starting focusing on investing in Dubai properties, or no, some other countries, Singapore properties, that their cities are and they, at that level also China made a restriction that bhai aap bahar jaake invest nahi kar sakte ho. So all these type of restriction China may put. But yes, liquidity flow, like no, US liquidity, whenever they announce it, easily flows across the world. Now, when China is announcing this type of big liquidity stimulus, will it flow across the world? Yeah, it may flow, but with the not with the same level the way the US flow used to happen across the world. Okay, तो वो आपको थोड़ा ध्यान में रखना है. So some liquidity may flow, but the main thing is when China also goes up, no, the overall across the world market gets a big push up, because then it looks, I know, all the guns are blazing with us, with same force. And that is why, this is the point you have to keep in mind, because it's not that all is negative for India. For India also positive, but from the FII point of view, you have to start thinking ki kitna flow aega, how much the flow will be, whether the major chunk will be taken away from China or not. So guys, this is what I wanted to convey through this video, guys. Hope you like this video. If you like it, do like it and share it to everyone, and do subscribe to our channel. And guys, we are having a special session this weekend, in this Wednesday also. I am given the link below, just attend that. And also you can see our courses also below that. Okay, we are giving a stock recommendation, so it will be very, very helpful to you. So thank you very much for joining. I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.